Hola everybody, today we are going to make some homemade Funfetti cupcakes for Jordan's first birthday. We're having a get together tomorrow. It is for my birthday, my sister's birthday, and for Jordan's birthday, just with my mom's side of the family. And I want to make this cake. Look how yummy it looks. Ooh. And you may remember for Jared's birthday a few months back, we made an Oreo cake. Oh, it was so good. And it's the same website, Sally's Baking Addiction. I love things like this. It's got sprinkles in it. And so, yeah, just follow along with me and watch how we make it. And I'm going to get to use my KitchenAid mixture for the first time. Kind of, I used it yesterday. But so here's what we're going to need. We're going to need flour, salt, baking soda, baking powder, vanilla, light brown sugar, regular sugar, sprinkles, butter, eggs. I'm doubling the recipe because I'm going to do some cake and cupcakes, and milk and yogurt. Everything I had on hand mainly, except for had to buy butter, but I'm always having to buy butter, and then the yogurt and the sprinkles. But everything else I usually always have on hand. So here we go.
Jojo, tell me what you're doing.
Making cupcakes.
What kind of cupcakes?
Sprinkle one.
Oh, yeah.
So first thing, since we're doubling the recipe, we're doing 3 1/3 cup of flour.
Miss Betty Crocker of the year here with her cupcake hat.
Oh. Alright, then to the flour, I added 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and a teaspoon of salt. So just mixing that together, and then in a separate bowl, we have 2 sticks of melted butter, and we're going to add 1/2 cup of brown sugar. If somebody would quit eating it. Add the sugar, please.
One more.
Oh my goodness. Then I guess I'll have to add it. So we're adding 1/2 cup of sugar and 1.5 cups of regular white sugar. Look how healthy this cake is gonna be, you guys. We're just gonna whisk all that together until it's all, well, you know, whisked together. And then we added 2 eggs. So we're whisking in 2 eggs. I always have to warn people when Jojo helps me that there might be some shells in there. You never know. You never know. Then we're adding 1/2 cup of yogurt, just plain Greek yogurt. And then 1 1/2 cups of milk. Give that a good whisking, Jojo. And then 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. We're gonna go ahead and mix all that together. And then we're going to slowly mix in our dry ingredients until no lumps remain.
Sugar.
Do a little bit at a time.
Sugar.
Mixy, mixy, mixy. I got this little pan that I'm gonna do for Jordan to have her own little cake. It's like a 6 inches, I think. Got it at Hobby Lobby. And then right here, got our cupcakes with these little things I got at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's so excited. Oh my gosh, girl. Alright, we got it all mixed in. It's time to mix in the sprinkles. It says it's best to use the, not the non-imperial, I don't know how to say it. You know, it's best to use these kinds so that they don't bleed and mix in there. Well, I only bought one thing. It's not quite enough for doubling the recipe. I'm like almost a cup short, so I might have to use some regular of the little circle sprinkles, but we'll go ahead and mix these in and then add a few other ones. Okay, but we gotta be careful when we mix these, okay? Does it taste good? You're addicted, dude. You are addicted. Alright, I was able to come up with 1 cup of sprinkles. I found some Christmas ones and some 4th of July ones. So since I don't quite have 1 1/3 cup, we're gonna just have a few cupcakes without sprinkles in them. You wanna go ahead and pour this in the batter? We'll mix it in there. Oh my goodness, oh, so pretty. Okay, now we'll just gently mix those in. She's doing it. She's a baking. Jojo, you learning how to bake? Oh my. Okay, stop. Nobody wants your germs on their cupcakes. Everybody who sees this is going to be super grossed out when they know they've eaten your slobber cupcakes. Okay, so for the cupcakes, we're going to bake them in the 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes.
whipping the butter.
Okay, now we're getting started on the icing. We've got it on medium speed. We have 3 sticks of butter in there, so it says to mix it on medium speed for about 3 minutes until it's nice and creamy. Alright, now what I got in here is 3 3/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1/4 plus 1/8 cup of heavy whipping cream. So it says to add that while it's running, and then we're going to start adding the powdered sugar. We'll use anywhere between 5 and 6 cups of powdered sugar. Oh my goodness. Using my mixer. Maybe a little bit at a time. Okay, in the recipe that I'm doing 1.5 of her recipe. Because last time I made her icing for Jared's cake, it was way too much icing.
What you cooking, Jordan? Now watch me whip. And we are beating it up.
How messy it is.
Yeah, we're first timers here. Kind of exploded on us. But,
Said you can add a little bit of salt, so if it's too sweet. So we went ahead and added just a little bit. What are you doing?
Betty Crocker.
Alrighty, all the cupcakes and the cakes are done. So what that ended up making was 24 cupcakes and the little cake. This ended up taking like 40 minutes to bake, so I think it's because it's thick. So yeah, I got this from Pampered Chef because I had a Pampered Chef party recently. So there's my icing. I put the icing in there and just kind of playing around with the tips. Supposed to just go around the outside and back.
That's pretty good there, huh? Homemade cupcakes, homemade icing, homemade frosted gun. Where'd you get that?
Pampered Chef. But it's only got a certain
there it
amount
is
of
right
tips.
there.
Oh, Jojo's messing with it.
JoJo's helping.
So I also have these little frosting things with extra tips.
Jordan's trying to help.
So yeah, we'll show you when we're done and we add sprinkles. I almost forgot to record the finished product, you guys. Like, I went to bed like at midnight last night and was so exhausted. I guess just from standing barefoot on the hard floor all day and doing this. I was working on them till like 10, but of course we went to the pool and I had to cook dinner and stuff. So yeah, they are pretty. I can't wait to taste them. I hope they're still good because they've been sitting out. But I know I wouldn't have time this morning to do the frosting and everything. So we got more in there. We decorated with a few more fun sprinkles on these. But you can tell some of these ones that Jared did, they kind of look like turds on there. But it's funny. That one, because we were trying to use just the round tip, but it wasn't coming out pretty like in the picture. I think they came out pretty good. A lot of work. You really appreciate stuff like this more when you make them yourself. Like the cake part was easy, but then when you start doing the icing and the decorating, it takes a lot of work. And here's the cake, which this was the last thing I did, and I was really tired, so it's really embarrassing because doesn't look good at all. But there's Jordy's little cake. I was trying to, I guess it's kind of pinkish, which is what I wanted, but I didn't have any pink. I wanted to do just a 1 in sprinkles, but I should have I don't have any kind of one cookie cutter or anything. I should have cut it out of a piece of paper and put a paper over it and just poured sprinkles in there, but that's not what ended up happening. And you know what? Jordy's just gonna dive into it and mess it up anyway, so whatever. I'll show y'all her eating her cake, and yeah, thanks for watching.